Hey guys, be sure to check out the Mortar Pod, our weekly video podcast, and also check out the tutorial video for my board game, Travelers of Storia. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Khans of Tarkir Swiss draft, and we've got Utter End, pretty good rare. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet, so I think we'll try that out, even though it kind of, two-color spell, not usually where you want to start. Otherwise, I think Heir of the Wilds would probably be an easy pickup since it's, one color. So probably it might be the spike play to take the Heir of the Wilds, remain the most open, and this has got to be one of the best 2-drops in the entire format, I would think. But yeah, I'm going to take Utter End because it's a powerful removal. And even if I don't end up black-white, whatever, I'd like to. I've played against this spell, and I'm always impressed. I'm like, wow, yeah, that does take care of it. So Utter End pretty much does deal with every big threat. Jeez, get past a foil Savage Knuckleblade. What did they take over that? Oh, I guess there was another. This is probably a pretty deep pack. He took the other rare. So I think I can pick up Debilitating Injury, but I mean it's probably early enough to get Abzan Charm. Abzan Charm's got more applications than Debilitating Injury. Injury just leaves us in black-white only right now, which still sets us up for either Abzan or Mardu, which is kind of convenient. Plus, I've had the most success with the black-white Warriors deck anyway, so it kind of makes it's kind of nice foundation to be in until you get guided into the right direction. But I mean, Abzan Charm has enough good applications, and it's early enough where I don't mind taking it over a Debilitating Injury. I mean, I'd like the injury too. I also like Ride Down, but I think Abzan Charm's fine here. I have no problem with taking Abzan Charm. 2 back-to-back really good removal spells. Alright, so options now. There's Kill Shot, which is yet another removal spell, but we don't necessarily have to be a Warrior Beatdown deck either. We can maybe be more of a black-green. We could also end up black-green splash white. We could still easily be black-white, though, splash green. So I don't mind taking Kill Shot here. If we're not going to beat down thoroughly, getting a bunch of removal is fine. Removal.deck isn't like played a lot in this format, but it's good. I've played against it a couple times. I'm always pretty impressed actually. We're gonna need to get threats at some point, but yeah, we'll take the Kill Shot. I'm okay with that. It's either that or what, a Thornwood Falls, but I don't really care about that. So I'm gonna take a Kill Shot. All right, well, could get another removal spell. There's also Windscarred Crag. Does that look like it's got a weird color to anybody else? Maybe I'm crazy. Jeskai Student, Grumar Bondkin. Well, actually the Student looks good when you have 3 spells that work well with it. Throttle is also fine. I don't mind taking the Student here. It does actually seem like a pretty solid pickup I mean, it's not a very good card in the Warrior deck, but certainly a good card when you got a bunch of spells to play with it. Throttle is good too. I'm usually pretty happy with Throttle. We could try just tons of removal.deck. But I think I actually want to take the Student here. 3 spells that work well with it is probably enough for me. I guess we could go back to back. Card advantage like Treasure Cruise would be nice, but we don't have fixing, and we still have to figure out how to make the green work in here. Banner, but not really interested in that. Let's take another Student. Let's kind of go for a nice. See if we can't set up some sort of prowessy removal.deck, something like that. Keep in mind, Jeskai Students work really well with any of those green pump spells too. I mean, they also work pretty well with Snake Skins, but it's not a super exciting pickup. Long Shot Squad, not really that exciting on the splash. Sage Eye Harrier's not really that good of a card. Thornwood Falls doesn't really fix us the way we want to be fixed, but could just take it in case there's a blue spell we want to splash. I mean, I'm not really missing out on anything here. This is a warrior technically, so it's okay, but it's not that great. Just in case there's a blue spell I want to splash, like a treasure cruise or something. That actually might be... That's probably worthy of a splash when you have a ton of removal. So pretty decent Mardu card here. Ascendancy we don't really care about. Guess we could take the War Shrieker in case Mardu's the direction we want to go, but even on the splash, it's not that good. I don't think there's anything here for us that we're really like working towards. Even the Weapon Master's pretty far away from what we're trying to do. Although maybe we can go Jeskai Splash Black. I guess I'll take the Weapon Master. Rite of the Serpent, get another removal spell. Otherwise, move deeper into Jeskai. I think I take the right here. I kind of want to stick to my Abzan value deck, to be honest. Let's get a bunch of removal and stuff out of this pack. All right, we can take a pet here. It's not a very good card, but at this point, I'm just kind of looking for some creatures. It's also a Weave Fate, I guess. But that's not worthy of a splash, not like Treasure Cruise. All right, Awaken the Bear's great. So I also would like a War Behemoth, but I really like the idea of Awaken the Bear with double Jeskai Student. But green does appear to be our splash color, so I guess I gotta go War Behemoth, which is actually just a fine creature. This guy has, I don't know. He's gotten a little bit better in the format for me. I've come to appreciate him a little bit more. 3/6 is actually a pretty good body. I think it's just he's kind of an not very exciting vanilla creature, which is why he got overlooked by me for a long time, but he's fine. We'll take a Brigade here. Could be splash for the red. I mean, if they're tabling, it does kind of feel like Mardu's probably open. Rampart's not a very good card. Doesn't excite me that much, but I don't think I'm taking a banner. Probably don't want a banner, so let's take the Ramparts. Rakshasa's Secret's going to be okay if I get Delve, but otherwise not great. Tormenting Voice, and okay. So, could be Mardu's the direction we need to go, in which case it's black, white, splash red, but ooh. Well, we get the Ascendancy, and this is probably my favorite Ascendancy, so I think I'm going to take that. Otherwise, there is a Treasure Cruise in here. Alabaster Kirin's a fine card. Bitter Revelation is probably okay in the removal deck. I mean, card advantage is going to be nice after you remove all their creatures. But yeah, let's take the Ascendancy. I got absolutely no problem with that. For now, let's hide the. I do want to make the Abzan deck work, so let's hide the non-Abzan stuff. I'll try and remember I've got that land. But oh yeah, someone told me how to. I keep screwing up the organizing here. If I want to do a morph, do I have to do something like this, and then I like cover it with an actual 3-drop? Is that how it works? Forgive me, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. What? I've only done 31 drafts. You'd think I'd know this by now. Yeah, let's take the Abzan Ascendancy. I think that's a pretty easy pickup. It's just such an unfair card. Well, I'd like to, but it seems difficult. Raider Spoils. We really don't have any Warriors, which makes it much worse, but it still does pump your whole team. I don't think this is really the deck for it. As much as I love a good Raider Spoils, I really don't think this is the deck for it. Kin Tree doesn't seem that. I mean, it's a really powerful spell, but it doesn't seem great in here. We have a Ramparts. We do have a Behemoth. We have a Pet. So we have 3. I mean, I guess a 2-mana 3/3 is not bad. No, it's actually pretty good. But we might want just the consistency of the Bondkin, especially since 0 fixing currently. So the 2 green spells I do have, I'd like to, I don't know, just splash for them for now, sort of minimize green's impact in this deck at the moment. So yeah, it's Bondkin versus a second kill shot. I honestly don't mind a second kill shot either. We can just, because we are trying the removal dot deck, but I actually like Bond. I feel like Bondkin and removal dot deck is very good too, because you're outlasting while removing things. It's keeping us busy early. Kieran's, I think, a pretty nice pickup here. Treasure Cruise on the splash is fine, but there's also Sultai Scavenger, which I do like a lot. Scavenger versus Kieran, that's a... I feel like Scavenger's actually pretty good in here since we've got all of these spells that, kill things. Oh wait, did it move Behemoth back? Did I not do... I thought it was like put it in the 3-drop slot and then cover it with something. Was like how it was supposed to work. Possibly not. Yeah, so I think it's Kieran versus Scavenger for me here. And I think that I like Scavenger more in the heavy removal deck. I do like Kieran a lot though. But Scavenger beats Kieran in a fight, so Throttle, Take Up Arms, Feat of Resistance, second Scavenger. Plenty of good options. I mean, Feat of Resistance is probably the pick because it's just sick with the prowess guys, but this really doesn't strike me as too much of a Feat of Resistance deck. I guess okay, actually, Feat of Resistance is really good with Bondkin. That's a nice... You have another dude out and you have a Bondkin out, and you just pump your dude and suddenly he's got first strike. Yeah, I think we got to take the Feat here, despite us being a really low creature deck at the moment. I'd like to get a Feat. Defiant Strike is certainly good with just Sky students. It also fills the yard for Delve, but we're pretty short on creatures, so I think I have to take this Witness of the Ages. Warden of the Eye is a great spell too, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's take the Morph. I'm fine with that. All right, Abzan Guide's very good. There's also Blossoming Sands. And a couple other reasonable spells, but I actually like the Abzan Guide. We're in the market for some nice finishers, so I'll take it. Guide number 2 versus student number 3. I think I'd rather have the guide. We'll find fixing eventually. All right, War Behemoth number 2. We're looking like an 18 land deck anyway, so this is fine. All right, Bitter Revelation versus Take Up Arms versus Defiant Strike. I think Defiant Strike gets a little more awkward when you're the heavy spell deck because your spells, you either want them to be removal or creatures. You don't want them to be stuff like Defiant Strike, I think. Bitter Revelation I'm a little more okay with because gets you better card options, but I guess we can go Defiant Strike. It does actually work really well with the students. All right, tabling a kill shot. There's also Shambling Attendants, both of which are really good. I don't mind taking another kill shot. Kill shot versus Shambling Attendants, pretty much. Guess I'll take the kill shot. It's pretty good removal. We're certainly not a beatdown deck. Someone will have to teach me again how to make all my morphs stick in the 3-drop slot. All right, there's the Kieran. Pretty good. Deck looks good. We have a lot of threats. We don't have any fixing, but we have minimal green spells. And a couple of them are morph anyway, so this is definitely an 18 land deck. This is kind of an 18 land format if you didn't know already, but I didn't realize that for a long time. And I still occasionally play 17 land decks as well. So I guess ideally I'd like to ditch the pet and the ramparts for something better. Guess we can take the Take Up Arms, but even that's not that great in this deck. Would have been better, I guess, if I got Raider Spoils. We actually have a reasonable amount of warriors now, but could always use more. Defiant Strike number 2. All right, I guess. I'd probably still ditch other spells before I ditch the Defiant Strikes. Currently, I've got some other stuff I could get rid of. Like I said, I'd like to upgrade Pet, I guess. Probably don't need to run Secret. Do I need a banner? I'm not going to play... Well, I don't think I need a Dreadmaw, but I'm actually going to take it because it looks like a reasonable pick in here, to be honest. We have a lot of high toughness guys, and we look like we have a good late game plan. Because, I mean, we have enough finishers at this point, and we have enough removal. So really, at this point, we're just strictly looking for fixing and upgrades. Geez, Ankle Shanker. That'd be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, here I think I'm going to take the Blossoming Sands. We actually have a deck already, so at this point, we're just looking for nice fixing. I like the Horde Maid, I like the Guide, I like the Kill Shot, Throttle, I like it all. But like I said, we already have a deck, so let's get green fixing going here. Let's make our mana base good. Another Savage Knuckleblade, jeez. It's definitely a good spell, but at least we have a million ways to take care of it. I guess they can return it to its hand, though. That is a good spell. Everything here doesn't seem that great for us. I could take the Treasure Cruise for the splash. It's starting to feel more awkward. I'm liking it less and less, but I'm not liking any picks in here. I think I'm just going to hate a Knuckleblade. I've already got to deal with one. I don't want to deal with another. I'm not playing any of these spells. So, unexciting second pick for sure. All right, Bondkin number 2 seems perfectly fine. It's better than everything else in here for us, so okay. Get another 2-drop. Grizzly on the splash, a little bit more awkward. I think we can take Attendance. We have a lot of removal. We can get to it. I'm playing 18 lands. Loxodon's also an option, but I actually like the Attendance a lot. It's also Salt Road Patrol, which is reasonable. It's a good roadblock as well as Outlaster. So good options there. But yeah, let's take the Attendance. I'm okay with that. All right, Jungle Hollow. I think we're just going to slam that. More fixing. I'd like the Guide. I'd like the Grizzly, but y'all understand. We've got a deck. If you already have a deck, then make your mana base better. Dead Drop. That's a good removal spell. It's Dead Drop versus 3rd Abzan Guide. I don't mind taking Dead Drop here. I never get a chance to play it. I wish we had more Delve Enablers, but I guess we do have a decent amount. I think the problem is I've already got 2 other kind of high-end Delve spells, which makes it a bit more of an issue. I don't mind taking a 3rd Abzan Guide. It's certainly a strong card. But, I mean, Dead Drop can be good, certainly. I guess I'll take Dead Drop, whatever. I never get a chance to play it. Horde Chief seems fine here. We've got some 2-drops to play it with, so I don't think we need Awaken the Bear. Let's get rid of Secret, even though I do like it in this deck. Let's get rid of Take Up Arms. Let's get rid of the Dreadmaw. Let's get rid of the Pet. I'd like to get rid of the Ramparts. So this is 23. It's pretty low on the creature count, I guess. So see if we can't up that a little bit. Doesn't look bad though. It really doesn't look bad. I know it's high in the 3-drop slot, but I think that's okay. Despise, Snakeskin, right number 2. I'm okay with right number 2. We're removal.deck, so whatever. I'm not going to play anything else. I'm not really going to play Despise, I don't think. I guess at this point it's just removal and creatures is what I'm aiming for, but the Defiant Strikes were theoretically good with the students, but at this point I'm willing to sort of ditch that idea and just pretty much make it creatures and removal. I mean, I've got some concerns about running Dead Drop, Attendance, and Scavenger in here, but it could be okay. So if I get rid of the Defiant Strikes, this is an 18 land deck right here. It actually doesn't look that bad. It is low creature count, but we were kind of early on trying to be a removal deck, and we do have very good removal. Double Kill Shot, Utter End, Double Right, Dead Drop. I actually thought, and Abzan Charm, so that's a lot. That is a lot. We're also, interestingly, like almost a mono white deck. Splash green and black. We need black much more than green, but currently I think we can get away with like 4 green sources, so 2 forests in here, and then a lot of white and a decent amount of black. Third Kill Shot or Timely Horde Mate. Horde Mate currently brings back what? We've got double Bondkin, double Student. That's not bad. And it's another creature. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that. I do like Kill Shot, but I mean, I guess I don't need the Horde Mate. I could really honestly just take 1,000,000 kill shots and just go to town that way. I know it's a bit clunky because it's not even that clunky. It's just good. I guess I'll take the kill shot. I mean, I like Horde Mate, but I don't think we need it. I don't think I'm splashing for Treasure Cruise. Not when I've got all this other delve. In that case, let's just hate either Secret Plans or War Shrieker. I guess War Shrieker is more intimidating than Secret Plans, so let's do that. I'll take the Erase for sideboard. Banner is an actual option because we've got all of this delve stuff. But I've got too many 3-drops, so I can't do it. Let's take the Erase. Triple Kill Shot is impressive. We're not beat down at all, so I think that's going to be fine. And I don't really want to play double right anyway. I'd rather play a Kill Shot over a right, I'm pretty sure. It's much cheaper, and we already have a lot of expensive stuff to do. None of this matters. I guess we'll take a Contemplation. It doesn't matter. Currently, this is the deck we're running, though, and I think it looks fine. Like I said, low creature count, but very, very harsh removal. I mean, we've got stuff that deals with creatures from all walks of life, all sorts of creatures. Can pretty much deal with everything. We have enough finishers. I don't really know what the shortcoming of this deck is exactly. I'm trying to put a label on it. I guess we don't really have explosive starts, but we do just have a lot of like compact value in this deck, which is nice. I guess none of these matter. Tormenting Voice is pretty good actually with delve cards. I'm kind of regretting the Dead Drop. Pretty much the reason I took it is I never get a chance to play it, and I'm usually impressed when I play against it. But considering we're an 18 land deck, I think we'll be okay. I don't think it's a huge deal. And I do like the way this deck looks. Yeah, I don't have any problems with this deck, really. I can't really put my finger on anything that's wrong with this deck. Feat of Resistance is pretty much only good with the Bondkins. I mean, it's good at protecting your creatures, but none of our creatures need to be protected. I guess Abzan Guide's a pretty good one to protect. But I guess Shamley Attendance to a certain extent. There's no like over-the-top creature in this deck, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's no like explosive, ridiculous over-the-top creature. So our win cons are pretty much Abzan Guides, Shambling Attendance, Sultai Scavenger. War Behemoths. Not the greatest, but I've had Abzan Guides be my only win cons before, and they're pretty good. I think another reason not to run 2 Rite of the Serpents, besides the fact that we are kind of already a little bit top heavy, is the double black. If you look, we have a lot of white spells, and the spells that need black, there's only like 9 spells in the deck that even need black. 2 of them are morph. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Ascendancy's not as exciting in this deck as you'd like, but it's still pretty good. It's definitely good with the Bondken still, so there is that. It's just, when you have a low creature count, this Ascendancy seems much worse, but that's okay. I still think it's still worth running. So let's separate stuff out. Let's take a final look here at what we're dealing with. Triple kill shot. It's definitely the most kill shots I've ever played with. All the morphs. All the morphs. Sometimes I can click and drag. Sometimes I cannot. Yeah, triple kill shot, Abzan Charm, Utter End, Right, Dead Drop. It's a lot of removal. Is there another creature I would rather play instead? I can do a pet, but I don't really like it in general. It's okay. It's not bad. I could actually see a reasonable argument for bringing in the pet for the Ascendancy. It's fairly cheap to morph. We're a little bit short on creatures, so I'd like to have another one. And I can run it over the Rite of the Serpent, which is a little bit too much black mana anyway. Plus, we already have enough removal. Triple kill shot, Abzan Charm, Utter End, Dead Drop is probably enough. And I can run an appropriate amount of black in this deck. I don't have to run too much. I don't really like pet all that much, like I said, but 14 creatures is, in my mind, like a world of difference than the 13. 15 would be the ultimate magic number, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So I can run it like this. Rite of the Serpent's a fine card, but I don't think this deck needs it. We've got a good plan going. We have a lot of ways to buy time. We don't have a lot of ways to get card advantage, but we do just have some quality stuff to morph. I'm comfortable with this deck. I don't think it's the greatest, but it's certainly fine. I think you could steal a draft with a deck like this for sure. So 4 green spells. I only want 4 green sources in the deck, so I'm going to run 2 forests, and then I maybe just have either 1 or 2 more white sources than black sources, just to make sure that I'm hitting my my 2 drops, because they're all white. So we already have 1 white source, 1 black source, and 2 green sources. I only want 2 more green sources, which means I could go 6 black sources, 10 white sources, which isn't bad. I can also do 9 white sources, 7 black sources, which I think I like a little bit more, because we've got these 3 color spells, so I want to make sure that I've got my black source for them. And you would think that 9 sources of white is probably enough to hit all of my white spells when I need them. So 9 sources white, 7 sources black, 4 sources green, 18 lands, and yeah, I'm going to run it like this. Deck looks pretty good. I'd probably rate it maybe like possibly a 7 out of 10, something like that. It's not explosive. It's got some good control elements. We'll find out, I guess. So I'll see you around 1.